I've got something special for you, and I want you to stay tuned to the end of the episode to find out more.
Welcome to Parenting Successful Teens, the podcast that cuts through the overwhelm and stress of this phase and offers parents simple, practical, cognitive, science-based strategies for keeping their teens on track. Join master coach and real-life mom, Allie Irwin, to talk about real teens, real problems, and the skills it takes to raise successful adults.
I've been called relentlessly optimistic. And I'm going to be honest, this is something that I work at. This isn't something that comes naturally to me. For me, optimism is a learned habit. It's literally a mental habit. What motivated me to learn all of the tools that I practice and I use with my clients all the time and I'm sharing with you is how terrible it felt to be constantly thinking, oh, what fresh hell is this? My son would do something, the neighbor would do something, be out mowing his lawn at 7 a.m. on a Saturday. The school would do something, I'd see something on the news. And some days it felt like I was just hunkering down and waiting for this time to pass. In fact, that's the advice that a lot of people give parents of teenagers, right? They're like, oh, it's just a phase. Don't worry, they'll come back. And it's not that that's terrible advice because, of course, all of parenting is a phase, right? Like babyhood, toddlerhood, preschool, like all of that is just a phase. All of life is a phase. But they're sharing it with this sort of it's just a phase and it's going to be terrible and there's nothing you can do about it. That's the part that I think kind of doesn't work with that advice because it wastes the time that you have with them right now. And this time is important. You're still building the skills they need to be successful in life, to be successful adults, to have a good, strong, solid foundation for your adult relationship with them. All of that is still happening. And in addition to wasting that time, it just feels terrible to think that this time is going to be unpleasant. There's nothing you can do about it. So I came up with this idea called Parenting Purgatory, and it's based on the work of Martin Seligman. He's the originator of positive psychology department at UPenn. He's a super famous psychologist. And what he said is that the pessimism we feel comes down to one of three thought errors. And that we can feel more optimistic. We can learn to feel optimism by correcting these three thought errors. They're that things are permanent, pervasive, and personal. And let me tell you what those mean. So permanent is pretty obvious, right? It's the belief that how things are now is how things will always be. The despair you feel right now about how snarky your kid is, that they're always going to be that snarky and that you're always going to feel that despair when you're talking to them, that they're always going to be this mean to you. Okay? Or it's the belief that they're never going to be able to hold a job because the fact that they can't get up in the morning now means that they're never going to be able to hold a job or they're never going to be able to get up for their college classes without you waking them up. Okay. The belief that how they are now is how they will always be. Pervasive is the belief that you can't be happy if your kids aren't happy. That your kids' unhappiness or their struggles ruin all the other areas of your life. Or if you're struggling as a mom, you're also struggling at work. Or more commonly with dads, I see if they're struggling at work, if they get laid off, or if they go through a divorce, they think that means they're a bad father as well. Okay? Struggling in one area means it's pervasive, that you're struggling in all areas. Nothing can be good until you fix this thing with your son. And the third belief is personal. You make problems personal. It's the belief that you have control over everything. That if your child is having a problem, it must be something that you did or you didn't do. I scored pretty well in the permanent. There's a quiz you can take. You can find it online. And I did pretty well in the permanent and pervasive areas. I did believe that things would get better. I knew that it wouldn't be like this forever. I did understand that it wasn't coloring every area. Like I knew I was still a good friend and I knew I was still good at my job. Like just because I was struggling at home, like I knew that I could do those other things. But where I struggled was I made his challenges personal. I made his struggles mean something about me as a mom. I made the fact that he was struggling mean that I had done something wrong or that I had not done something I was supposed to do, or I was supposed to find something to make things better. I made our struggles, the struggles in our relationship, mean something about me as a mother. And I share this because I think it's important to note that even if you are just off, even if you just have one of those three thought errors, you can be pretty miserable. I was. And the degree to which you believe one of those three thought errors is the degree to which you suffer. Okay. If you believe that thought error a lot, which I did, I believe that my son's struggles were mine to solve. That's the degree to which you suffer. So if you believe it a lot, you suffer a lot. If you believe it a little, you suffer less. So what you want to do is catch yourself when you're thinking one of those three thought errors. This is going to last forever. This ruins everything, or this is my fault. I should fix this. I should do something. Notice when you're thinking one of those three thought errors and look for ways to believe the opposite, okay? Look for ways to notice that this is just a phase, that, they're experiencing this problem now, but it doesn't mean that they're going to last forever. Eventually, they will learn to get up on time. Okay. Look for ways that, like if you're struggling in one area, on purpose, look for other areas that things are going well. Notice that this isn't one fight in the morning, isn't ruining the whole morning. Okay. And believe that thought hard on purpose. Think that thought. Believe that it's not personal, that their math grade is not your problem to solve. Okay, you're there to support them, but they have to do the work. Okay, their friend problem is not your friend problem. Even their feelings about you are their feelings. It's not up to you not to irritate them. Okay, that's a fool's mission for sure. Find the opposite thought that feels better, and then on purpose look for evidence that that thought is true, because our brain will find evidence for whatever we believe. If you believe that this is going to last forever, you're going to notice how long the days are and how much it feels like it's lasting forever. If you believe it's just a phase, you'll notice how quickly their interests shift. As I said, the degree to which you experience parenting purgatory is the degree to which you believe one of those three thought errors. So the best thing that you can do is to go to work on finding evidence to believe the opposite. You get to pick, and I'm here to help you. If you're in parenting purgatory right now, or even if you're not, I've put together a special surprise for you. Starting Monday, March 30th, so that's next Monday, I'm hosting a week-long party called Savvy Slacking for Successful Parents. Okay, it's a combination of our desire to make things easier right now while still doing right by our families. It's a 7-day challenge where we're going to practice making parenting easier and more effective through the art of savvy slacking. We're going to take really common parenting traps like people-pleasing, overgiving, over-responsibility, and turn them on their head and practice doing the opposite in really small, easy, doable ways. I am so excited about this. I've been wanting to do this challenge since I did the episode maybe last November called, I think, 7 Common Mistakes Good Parents Make. And I think now is the perfect time. So what's going to happen is each day you'll get a short video explaining that day's challenge. The challenges, I promise, are fast and easy and fun, yet really powerful ways to gather evidence that parenting in easier ways can strengthen your family. Okay. And right now, we all need a little easy. So it's the perfect time to practice. So you get a video every morning, and then at the end of the day, or whenever you've completed the challenge, I would love to hear how that day's challenge went. You can either share it in the Facebook group that I'll create just for this challenge, or if that's not your jam, you can shoot me an email and just tell me directly how it went. This challenge is totally free. It's my gift to you. And if you want to join, all you have to do is text the word slacker to the number 44222. I'm going to repeat that. You just text the word slacker like a regular text to the number 44222. And then what'll happen is you'll get a message back prompting you for your email. And when you just text back only your email, and then the magic elves add you to my list, and you'll start getting the challenges on Monday, March 30th. If you're already on my mailing list because you've signed up for some other fabulous freebie, use that same email address, because if you use a different one, then you'll start getting double emails, and that's not easier. The goal of the challenge is to make things easier and better for you. But you know what? If you don't remember which email you signed up with, just sign up anyways, and you can always unsubscribe if you get double emails. Like, just do whatever makes it easy for you. Okay, I hope that you will join me. I hope that you'll invite a friend to join, because it's going to be a party and I want to see you there. Alrighty, see you next week.